A2 hosting review, all the information you need, my thoughts and opinions as a real user, all of that information is going to be in this video. So let's just jump straight to the computer and get right into it. Alright then guys, so I'm going to start off giving you some details about A2 hosting itself, okay? Tell you about the prices, the speeds, all of that good stuff, okay? And then later on, I'm going to go into some comparisons with another web hoster, and finally, I'm going to give you my honest opinion about A2 hosting and whether or not I would recommend it, okay? So first of all, let's talk about the price. That is probably one of the most important things for most beginners, okay? If you're just looking to start your first website or something like that, then a price is a very, very big thing to think about, okay? So it's not much difference. But to be honest, guys, with most web hosting, there is not much difference in the price. They are all very, very competitive, unless you're going for like one of these like super amazing packages, which you probably wouldn't need anyway, then there's not much difference in the price at all. So as you can see here, starting at $3.92, that is for their shared hosting, and this is the one that most of you are probably going to get anyway. The reseller, VPS, and dedicated hosting, most of you aren't going to be looking at any of these for a while anyway. Most people are going to be starting off with a shared hosting, so that's what we're going to be focusing on today. All right, so as you can see here, $3.92 per month. That's with 51% off. The usual price is $7.99, but if you use the link in the description, I will have a referral link, an affiliate link in the description down below, okay? So I'm going to get a small commission if you use that link, but you will get these discounted prices if you use that, all right? So at the end of this video, if you're interested in A2 web hosting, then yeah, use the link in the description to get these cheap prices. So this $3.92, something very, very important to note is this is only for your first term, okay? So what that means, guys, is you will pay $3.92 per month for however long you purchase your first term for, okay? So you're going to have a few options which I'll show you very, very quickly, okay? So if you click on this right here, compare plans, so these are the different choices you're going to have, okay? You got the light package, the swift package, and the turbo package. So what you're going to need to do, guys, is come over here and see what you need, okay? Everyone's different, okay? Everyone has their different plans for their website. Maybe you're only going to make one. If that is the case, then you're going to want to go with the light one because that's the cheapest option, but you only get one website. So if that sounds like you, then probably go with this one. With this Swift package, you get unlimited websites, okay? So if you plan on making more than one website, then I would definitely go with the Swift or Turbo packages, okay? Because the price difference between Light and Swift, the price is barely, it's barely noticeable. $1 a month difference, spread over a year or 2 years or 3 years. That is hardly noticeable. The Turbo one, on the other hand, it is like double the price of the other packages. So go for that one if you want to. This is a lot faster than the other two, okay? The Light and Swift, that's why it's called Turbo, obviously. You get the Turbo speeds up to 20 times faster, okay? So like I said, depending on you, depending on what you want to do, what your plans are, then choose which one is right for you, whichever one you can afford, okay? But for this example, I'm just going to show you the cheapest one, okay, the Light package. So let's click on Get Light, and now this is where you're going to choose a domain, okay? So you can either buy your own, okay? You can choose your own, like on here, or you can transfer your domain from another registrar if you've already bought a domain, or if you already haven't, I will use my existing domain and update my name servers, or you can use a subdomain from A2 hosting. So again, just for this example, I'm just going to click on use a subdomain. I'm just going to put testing123.a2hosted.com. So let's just click on check. Okay, so here we're going to see the different prices, all right? So this is what I was talking about. It's going to be for your first term, at $3.92 per month, only for your first term. You need to know that, okay? So you've got a few different options. You've got the 1 month price, which is a lot more expensive, okay? That's $9.99 per month. You got the 12-month price, $8.99 per month, 24 month or 36 months. But these prices are they're going to be discounted because we got this coupon. So these prices aren't accurate. Okay, so the $3.92 per month. If you purchase this 12-month plan, you will pay $3.92 per month for 12 months. After that, the price will go up fully to this $8.99. Okay. So what your best option is to purchase the longest one possible, 36 months. You're only going to be paying $3.92 per month then for 36 months. And only after those 3 years are up, then the price will go up to $7.99. Okay, so you're going to save the most money by far going with one of these longer plans right here. Okay, but if you're just testing this out, if you're not sure you're going to stick with your website, then maybe going with one of the lower ones will be better for you. But if you plan on doing this long term, you're going to have your website up and running for 3 years at least, then definitely go with this to save the most money. Okay, so if you click on this, then we'll see the different prices. Okay, so light web hosting, usually at this full price, $7.99, it would be $287, okay? But because we've got this so fast discount code, it's only going to be $140 for the 3 years, okay? Which is pretty decent price, very competitive rates, okay? Not much difference to other ones. If you compare it to Bluehost and things like that, okay? Bluehost is one of my personal recommendations for web hosting. This is one I use a lot. If you compare it to this one, there's not much difference, guys. $395, okay? A2 is $392. Hardly any difference whatsoever, okay? And the price goes up then to the same after your first term, okay? So when it comes to prices with web hosting, for beginners, there's not much difference at all, okay? Because like I said, you can't have one website charging $20 a month, well, one's charging $4 a month. Nobody would go with a $20 a month one, okay? It's all very competitive prices. So yeah, that's the prices. Just remember, first term is going to be way cheaper, so you're going to be better off purchasing one of these cheaper plans, all right? So that is pricing. Not much more to say about that. Very competitive. Choose whichever package suits your needs. So one of A2 hosting's main selling point are their speeds, okay? They claim to have some of the best speeds when it comes to web hosting. And honestly, if you purchase one of those better packages, okay, like I showed you earlier, if you choose like the turbo package, then yes, you are going to get some great speeds with this, okay? It's going to be much faster than most. But most people don't actually purchase this. Most people purchase the light and swift packages, which actually brings down, like if you do a search for the average speeds of A2 hosting, they're actually going to be pretty low because not a lot of people actually purchase this turbo package, okay? So if we compare it, so we can come right here. So like I showed you earlier, I'll just compare it with Bluehost for now because this is one that I use most of the time. If you compare with Bluehost, so the average speed worldwide, 1.56 for Bluehost. If you compare it to A2 hosting, 1.12, okay? So as you can see there, this is a little bit faster, but not a huge difference, okay? Not a huge, this is seconds, by the way, okay? This is how fast the websites load, okay? So 1.1 seconds, and Bluehost was 1.5 seconds. So obviously, are you really going to notice that 0.4 seconds? Hardly noticeable, guys, okay? But like I said, if you had one of these better plans, if most people were using like this plan, the turbo plan, then it would be a noticeable difference, okay? That this average would be a lot different. But because most people purchase these light packages and swift packages, obviously it brings the average speed time down, okay? But if you purchase this, you can pretty much guarantee you are going to get faster speeds than most web hosting. Another very important factor when it comes to web hosting is their uptime, okay? So if we come back to here, we can see the 10-day uptime, okay? The last 10 days, the uptime for, let's compare it A2 hosting with Bluehost, okay? So A2 hosting has had 100% uptime in the last 10 days, and honestly, I haven't had any problems at all, so I can confirm that that is correct. But Bluehost, I did have a problem the other day, but it was only for like 30 minutes, okay? My website was down for like 30 minutes, okay? But that does cause problems, and if you have a lot of traffic come to your website, then that is not good for you, okay? 100% is like needed. For beginners who don't have a lot of traffic coming to their website, okay? People who have just made their first website, 30 minutes of your website being down wouldn't make much difference to you. But if you've got a lot of traffic, you're trying to sell some products or something like that, and then your website's down for 30 minutes, you could potentially lose quite a lot of money in that time, okay? So that is something to consider. But honestly, with my experience with Bluehost, this does not happen often. I barely ever get downtime, and for me personally, it has never actually affected me, it hasn't affected my sales or anything like that, okay? And with A2 hosting, same. I've never had any problems. It's pretty much been very consistent, and it's been very good. But it's the same with most web hosting, okay? These days, web hosting is pretty great. It's not down very often. As you can see with most of these, they're pretty much all of these different web hosting providers is all 100%. If they do drop, it's only by like not even 1%. Like all of them, not even 1%, except this one, whatever this is. I've never even heard of that one. Host Metro, that's dropped like 1.5%. But yeah, there's not much to compare there as well, because for me personally, it doesn't make much difference. But if you do have a website with a lot of traffic, I mean, you think it's going to affect your sales, it's going to affect your income, then maybe A2 hosting would be a better option for you, because they do have 100% in the last 10 days. But if we compare this over the last year, and that might be a little bit different. The last thing I want to compare is the customer support. Okay, so with A2 hosting, they do have 24/7 customer support, which honestly, in my experience, has been great. Okay, you can call them, you can chat with them live. Okay, they do have a live chat, which I use most of the time. I find that easier. I don't like speaking to people on the phone. I like typing to people. Okay, you can email them, and they do have a lot of real reviews from real people. Okay, so their customer support has been nothing but great for me personally. Okay, I've never had any problems with them. Every time I want to chat with someone, I'm waiting like no longer than a few minutes, and then I'm in, like, you get in a queue sometimes if it's a busy time. A lot of people are having problems. Sometimes you end up in a queue. Sometimes it is instant, and you can talk to somebody pretty much straight away or within 30 seconds. All right, so it's very, very quick, and they are very, very helpful. Same with Bluehost. Okay, Bluehost has 24/7 support, which is just as great. There's not much to compare between these two either, because they are equally as good in my opinion. So yeah, not much to say there. But compared to other web hosting, then both of these, A2 hosting and Bluehost, they both have probably the best custom support that I've come across. Okay, A2 hosting, like I said, it's 24/7. I've never had to wait long for help, and they always give me the help that I actually need, and I've never been stuck. They've always sorted out whatever problem I've had. No matter what, sometimes I just need help. I don't know how to do something like that. That's what problem I have most of the time. Okay, I don't know what to do, how to do something. They can help you, they can guide you through it, and just get whatever you need done. Okay, so customer support, nothing bad to say there. It is great. One more thing actually, guys, that I want to talk about is for beginners. Okay, most of you are going to be using WordPress, right? A lot of people use WordPress to make a website because it's just probably the easiest platform to build a website on. So they do have dedicated WordPress hosting. Okay, but A2 hosting, they don't make it as easy as some other web hosts. Okay, so again, I'm going to compare it with Bluehost. Okay, because Bluehost, when it comes to a WordPress install, it does not get any easier than Bluehost. Okay, it's literally one click. So you go through, you purchase your package and everything like that, you choose your domain, and then you get one button to click to install WordPress, and boom, it does it automatically for you with literally one click. It is so easy with Bluehost. It's very, very beginner friendly. This is the easiest WordPress install out of any web hosting that you can find. Okay, but as for A2 hosting, guys, it's not as easy. Okay, you'll have to purchase everything, go through everything, then you have to log into your cPanel and then find the application in your cPanel WordPress and install it through there. It is a little bit more difficult. Like, it doesn't make much difference, but if you're a beginner and you're not very tech savvy, then you could get stuck a little bit. Okay, it's not as easy to find, it's not as easy to do. You might have to go into YouTube and search for a video on how to do it, something like that. Okay, because it's nowhere near as easy as it is with Bluehost. So finally, guys, my honest opinion about A2 hosting is if you are going to purchase one of those faster plans, the turbo plans, then it's definitely worth it. Okay, so if you're going to purchase this one, the turbo one that I showed you at the start, the most expensive one, then it's probably worth going with A2 hosting if you want the best speeds and you can afford to pay this $9.31 a month for the first term. Don't forget, it's going to bump up to $19 a month after your first term. Okay, but yes, it definitely worth it, because you do get way faster speeds, the fastest I've come across with this package right here. Okay, but otherwise, if you're going to go with the light package or the Swift package, then I would choose another web hosting such as Bluehost. Okay, because this just makes it way easier. If you're choosing one of these, then you're probably a beginner looking to build your first website or something like that, and for beginners, I would definitely recommend Bluehost. But if you already have a website and you're just looking to change up your web hosting, then I would go with A2 hosting, and I would choose this turbo package just to get the best speeds. If you already have traffic coming to your website, okay, you have a lot of traffic, you want to impress them with your fast website, then definitely go with this turbo package with A2 hosting. Everything else, like the custom support, equally as good. Bluehost and A2 hosting equally as good. They're going to help you as much as they can and as quick as they can. Pricing, again, nothing much to compare. They're very, very competitive. All the prices are pretty much similar, okay? But like I said, don't forget, it's going to go up in price. Do not forget that. The 931 is for your first term, so I would recommend purchasing the longest term that you possibly can, just to save money in the long term, okay? So, yeah, and Uptime, both of them, honestly, guys, like I said, I haven't had a problem with Bluehost Uptime, okay? For me personally, it didn't, that 30 minutes it was down the other day, it didn't make much difference to me. And that's the first problem I've had in a very, very, very long time. It hasn't been down for a very long time before that, okay? So my overall opinion, guys, if you're a beginner looking to start your first website, go with Bluehost, okay? They make it very easy with the one-click WordPress install. The customer support is great, and they have very, very cheap prices, okay? If you already have a website and you just want to up your speeds, then go with A2 hosting and choose the turbo package. That is my honest opinion, okay? Bluehost for beginners, A2 hosting for people with websites already looking to up their speeds. Alright then guys, that is pretty much it for this video. Hope you found it helpful. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe and share it with anyone who's going to be interested in this as well. Like I said in this video, guys, I will have links in the description down below for you, okay, to both A2 hosting and Bluehost. Whichever one you think suits your needs, go with that one, alright? They're both very, very good web hosting, and yeah, you can choose whichever one you think is going to be right for you. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next video.